Hello.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another nerdy episode of Another Nerdy Talk Show where we talk nerd! Oh my god. Surprisingly enough, it's kind of been a dull week this week. It's just crazy. Tonight we don't really have a lot, but we do. Bam! Thank you. We have a trailer for the next James Bond movie, No Time to Die. And that was all that was released this week. It's like crazy. Also, in other news here, a blast from the past as long as the excuse me. A blast from the past as a long-lost hero from the Disney company is making their way back with a new movie made for Disney Plus, The Rocketeer. You know, it's that movie people watch when they're really sad. In this case, nerd sadness. So, yeah. Anyway, with that said, boom. We have also news on South Park, where we got news for 2 movies coming by the end of 2021. And, yeah... how are they going to pull that off? Who the heck knows? And lastly, we got something for Rick and Morty, as we got a teaser for their season finale featuring 2 very familiar faces. All that and more, tonight on Another Nerdy Talk Show. We'll be right back.
You're watching Another Nerdy Talk Show. We know you don't give a fuck.
Well, that could have gone better. I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but why not? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. I am here with the Concert Cruiser, not late this time. And I'm also here with Kuma the Sleepy.
Howdy.
Yo.
It was surprisingly...
Welcome to another Sunday evening.
It was surprisingly quiet between you two that whole time, and I'm like, I know I was deafened, but like, just opening that there, it's just, you guys have been surprisingly quiet. I don't know why. Even Cruiser...
Because we couldn't hear you.
Okay,
So we couldn't hear you at all.
I know, because I had my mic muted and you deafened.
Normally you just have us muted. We could still hear you.
Yeah, you can mute us.
Yeah, and it must be...
I am moving this to the bathroom.
Oh, now we're... Oh, come on! What?
What?
First of all...
What? So you don't have to hear...
First of all,
you don't
Kuma,
have to hear every other voices.
First of all, Kuma, how about you tell us where the hell you are right now, or unless you're being held held hostage? I am not amazing.
I wish.
You wish.
I am currently in the bathroom of the Hilton hotel here in Miami, but I'm here at MusicCon actually.
Nice. Was it a good con?
Oh yeah, it's still good.
That's good. Did you bring me back a present?
Yeah, what do you want? It's a very small con.
I want...
I'll show you one thing I got my mom.
Cool.
You can continue talking.
Hey, so Cruiser,
What's up?
what you doing?
Just been resting up because I've had a stomach bug for the past several days, so I've been trying to tend to that. Although because of it, I've lost 5 pounds, so that's a plus.
How so? Isn't that kind of a bad thing if you're losing weight because of a virus? A virus, not a virus, not the virus. Seriously, dude, if you're losing weight because of being sick, that might be something to look into. Unless you mean you're getting sick.
If I'm skin and bone, that's considered to be a problem.
Oh my god, what is that delicious meal? I want to eat it.
No, it's like a chunky little thing. It's like a little koi.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, it's like that's like a little koi and like this whole sakura blossom.
Oh, that's nice.
Got that from my mom.
Aw, mom got a treat.
And this little thing, I'm probably gonna give either to one of my sisters or to my niece.
Ah, what is it? Is that an ear scratcher?
It is. No, it's like a little. It's like a little hairpin tie kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's made out of. What?
It's made out of what now?
It's made out of bone, but I forgot what animal.
Ah.
Human.
Yeah. So, Cruiser, because you're sick, is that why you're wearing a hoodie in Florida?
I just feel a little achy for some reason, and I feel very sensitive to cold temperatures.
Cruiser's gonna die, everybody!
I will once I ingest this.
Oh my god. So
The one chip challenge.
So I want to point out this thing. I posted this very, very dumb meme. This very dumb meme in the voice chat there. I've been trying to do there. I just was watching Razzle, and I was feeling myself. I want to just do this. It's just stupid. Let me just put that down there for you. So that way you can just have a nice, beautiful look. No one's. This is a stupid joke, but I did it anyway. It just doesn't prove that, but maybe I did it wrong. I'm going to tell my kids that this is George Washington. Did I do it right? I don't know why. It's just so funny. Oh my god. We got a caller coming in here. We got Kat. A new one. Cruiser. Oh my god. If this is who I think it is, I swear to god. Welcome, Kat. You're on Answer with the App.
You hurt yourself there, didn't you?
Oh my god. Is this who I think it is?
Who do you think it is? Your old friend, the one who you invited into the server.
And who is this woman?
Cruiser, you know this woman. Sci-Fi Barto. Sci-Fi Barto. Knitting.
Oh, her. Howdy.
Ow. You hurt my feelings.
Hey, I work at a hospital. I have a lot of people in my life.
Good. Hi.
Hey.
Go.
What do you... So how are you doing on your end?
Minus my cameras decided to be possessed by Satan.
I hate when-
Fine, Satan camera. I'll just sit straight perfectly.
Satan Cannon.
Camera.
Nathan.
Y'all are doing better than me. I'm on a tablet.
In the bathroom.
point.
In the bathroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom.
They got good acoustics in the bathroom. Don't insult the bathroom.
I didn't insult the bathroom. What were you talking?
Hello, Yuri. Yuri.
So, on my end, I'm pretty decent. I'm doing stuff and I'm living.
Cool. So am I.
My hand hurts.
Cruiser's dying. I'm not even
I don't
joking.
know you that well.
Like, Cruiser.
Don't know you that well, Cruiser.
Nobody does. Because they don't want to.
Oh my god. So yes, if you guys don't know, this is a friend of mine, Kat. We've been to a couple cons together. She was the one that helped me get through MegaCon.
Yes.
Okay.
We
Actually,
went
I
through.
think I've met you before.
We went through the snap.
We did what? Yeah, we went to the Snap.
Yeah, it's great.
Didn't you meet Kuma? You said you met this woman before?
I think I have. I'm not sure. I usually forget faces. People remember me.
That awkward moment when they're trying to figure out if they've met me or not.
Oh no! I'll fully say I don't know you.
I don't know.
Like a lot of people will recognize me because I'm so easily recognized.
I guess.
But it's just I wear these colorful headbands and I'm the only like native most people will meet in general.
That's a good point. I never even know. I don't know.
You never thought of that?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only reason people will actually remember tell them I'm me. They'll be ready.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or they'll be like, oh, I've never had a name before. Well, yeah, we exist.
Yes.
I'd be going to the Seminole Reservation for a concert.
Concert Cruiser likes music.
What concert?
A Day to Remember. The Prepare for Re-Entry tour.
What are we re-entering?
Band's going back on tour.
Oh.
Give me your Axel.
How's everybody?
Great, Cruiser. Now I don't know who you're talking to. You two, Axel or a cat?
Hi. Hey, you're the one running around with the cat pom-pom toy.
This is not a cat pom-pom toy. This is a... I don't know what this is.
Yeah, that's something you put on a scratching post.
Yeah, that's what you put on top of the scratching post.
Kind of is like the thing. I like to joke around and say this is a truffle tree. Like this is that truffle tree from the Lorax thing. I don't know why. I just keep messing with it and
No.
batting it right there. All right, first.
Don't say Lorax. Say Lorax. I got PTSD involving the Onceler fandom.
Oh my god, I forgot that was a thing. Well, I
Yeah, I was
well,
there.
well,
The ones.
yeah. The Onceler. You ever seen the Lorax? He's the dude with the gloves. That's just
No,
hands.
no, no. I meant what they called his fans. Called them like the Oncelings or
The Oncelings.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I was just on Tumblr watching in horror.
Yes.
Give him credit. The Onceler was the best thing in that movie.
It was.
And that's saying a lot for a movie that has Danny DeVito. Okay, we need to talk about the topics tonight. Okay, you know what?
Well, it's also just because. Sorry, no, I was gonna say Zac Efron.
Zac Efron was not good a voice actor in that movie.
Neither was Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, she was in that movie.
She's not an actress anyway.
And people
Tell me
wanted
I'm
her-
wrong.
I remember when people were doing, talking about how they were making Miz. Everyone wanted Taylor Swift to be the girl role. Cosette?
That was it.
I'm
Her
like, she
famous
doesn't have
comic
that
role
ring.
of the girl role. There you go.
Shut up! It's been a while since I've done Les Mis. They're all French and they all die.
Y'all hear me still?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, topic of the night here for the first one here was the trailer that was released. Okay, look, we're short a bright idea here. I'm just gonna go with it here. You guys have anything against Kat? You want to just stay on the stream with us just to have fun? Or
Sure.
You guys,
I have nothing better to do.
Any objections from you guys?
Welcome.
You'll get the female perspective of the James Bond movies.
Well, we're short a bright idea. We'll introduce you to bright idea later. Be careful, she puns. All right. Congratulations, kid.
Oh.
Congratulations, kid. You're an Avenger now. All right, let's go.
Yay!
All right.
Wait, which Avenger?
All right, so let's talk about the first thing here. We have one movie.
What's the coffee?
I'm gonna feel like I'm making one of the biggest mistakes of my life. Okay, so we have one trailer this week, and that was the trailer for the next James Bond movie, No Time to Die. Now, the movie itself, this has been postponed a while because, the world's on fire. Now...
Again.
How about yours? The way I like it, and I'll never get bored.
God damn it, Cruz! I thought it
Hey
was
now.
I thought it was gonna come from someone else. Come on. All right, here's the deal.
I'm the music dude. What did you expect?
I'm just the musical girl.
Okay.
Okay, radio, theater. Radio, theater.
Anyway, so yeah, the movie is going to be Daniel Craig's final appearance as James Bond. And
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of advertising everything in there. Like, make it look like James Bond's going to be shot at the end. Like, he looks like he's going to die. And as we know, that's probably not going to happen. Let's face it, there's going to be more. What?
He'll just die another day.
I know, I just...
Actually, who's a real big James Bond fan?
My mom is, so I kind of am via osmosis, adjacent, I guess.
Roger Moore is my favorite Bond.
Which one was an Octopussy?
That was Sean Connery.
I will be honest, I am only a fan of James Bond games.
That's fine.
I played it.
I
was gonna say.
I don't think I've actually seen a full James Bond movie, actually.
I haven't either.
I think it's ironic because Kuma was actually the idea for our Final Five sequence.
Oh yeah. Oh, and the theme for my freaking quote of the week as well too.
Anyway, like
I mean, like
Kat,
I sorry. Go ahead.
Kat, if you don't know, the theme that I use for my little quote of the week thing is the original version they used for the James Bond song, like the soundtrack and everything.
Oh.
The name of the song that they use is from an Indian guy, and it's called "I Was Born with an Unlucky Sneeze." Unlucky Sneeze is the name of it. And it literally goes, "I was born with this unlucky sneeze."
It's the first set of verse that always gets you. But like,
God, and I thought the actual title of the MASH theme song was funny.
Oh my god. Anyway,
like he says, like when he sneezed, his father fell into a lake or something like that.
Achoo. Anyway, so yes, this is gonna be Craig's final Bond film, and who knows who's taking left? Some say it's gonna be Idris Elba. Some people say it's just gonna be some woman. I really don't care. I just want James Bond to be James Bond. But like, still, I'm more interested in like I haven't seen one in a while. The last one I saw was Skyfall, which was fantastic, may I add. But let's just face it, one of my recent interests was actually the opening sequences of most of the movies and how they're put together. Like,
oh, they're beautifully done.
Yeah, have you seen the open of Spectre, where with the octopus tentacles and everything?
You think I would have?
Okay, so I made a comment on the opening sequence on YouTube, right? And it's the thing where the guy says, "Okay, sir, what do we do about the new James Bond theme? Make it sexier." Well, how do we tentacles?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like the opening of Casino Royale. It's just perfect.
I always was it gold? Is it Goldfinger? That's the one I like. The really classic ones are some of the ones I really like. But that's only because I was like raised with those.
Goldfinger was the Austin Powers one, wasn't it?
Let's go. Remember?
Are you talking about? Oh, I thought it was Goldfinger. Are you not mistaken for Goldeneye?
No.
I played that game.
Yeah, Goldeneye. Isn't Goldfinger one? Please tell me.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
I thought I was having a Mandela effect up in here.
No, it's a legit
I know.
Bond movie.
The ones that Diamonds Are Forever. That one is a really good one for me.
Oh yeah, they're all good. There's actually a thing that I liked in the first one with Dr. No. There's a scene where James is sleeping, Connery James, and they unleash a tarantula on him. Now Sean Connery.
Oh yeah.
Now Sean Connery, may he rest in peace, was frightfully afraid of spiders. Like, he hated spiders. So what they did was, when it was crawling on them, they put a sheet of glass in front of him to make it look, so it made the spider like crawl up him behind the glass, so it looked like it was crawling on him. It's a really interesting sequence. I really would recommend it.
Are we sure it wasn't just the sent chest?
I don't know. James Bond had a hairy chest. I don't know.
Oh God, was he?
But yeah, like, the fact of what they're building up here with this Bond film, because let's just face it, James Bond films are never going to end. And they're just...
It's like The Doctor.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a remake of Dr. No. I would totally like to see what they do with that. Heck, I'd like to see Cruiser cosplay as the bad guy from Spectre.
Thing?
Yeah, you know, the guy that was what's his name? Friggin' Starvo Blofeld? He's the dude with the cat.
Oh yeah.
There you go, Cruiser. I'll get you a picture of Starvo Blofeld. Or I'm sorry, Stavro. Stavro? I don't remember. And I'll send that to you, and just you can get a fake white cat and just do that. And come on, are you in the bathtub right now?
Listen, if it has acoustics and it's watch it and complain. As long as he's not actually doing bathroom things, we should be fine.
Save it for hentai night. Anyway,
we have that night?
I'll explain later.
We've been joking about it for a while.
Kruma, come on.
This video is sponsored by Bath and Body Works.
All right, so let's go on to the next one here. Might as well. So yeah, the movie's coming out soon. Definitely one to check out there if you want to see Craig's last appearance as James Bond. It's definitely gonna be one there. Heck, he's got the car with the machine guns and the lights.
Yay!
Like, I just want.
Didn't Craig say like? Sorry.
What? What did he say?
I was gonna say, didn't Daniel Craig like say that he was like being James Bond at this era was super hyper stressful for him?
Oh yeah.
Because of like the fans and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wasn't he also in? Wasn't he Tomb Raider as well too? I remember, like a long time ago with the Angelina Jolie.
The Tomb Raider, yes.
I know how there are people that said that they're James Bond fans or something like that, and everything. And I know there's a name for that, like the fans of James Bond. I've always been curious. What are the fan names for like the Tomb Raider fans or something like that? Like
Toomies?
Raider?
Don't say Toomies. That sounds like we're saying tumor.
Yeah, that.
What?
Fun fact, Daniel Craig is actually in The Force Awakens.
Really?
Yeah, he's the stormtrooper that interrogates Rey.
I think if I remember correctly, his number was 000.
That's cute. I like that.
Wow.
And I dropped my gun. I like that. In fact, how it should have ended did a
I know
sequence
Kevin Smith was.
Yeah, Kevin Smith was in there. I think Prince Henry was in there. There was a lot of cameos in that movie. Like I remember in how it went
Just voice.
in the video series how it should have ended. They actually did that scene. They gave the stormtrooper a little bow tie. It was funny. And I dropped my gun. All right, so here's some news here that was going on here. Who here doesn't remember the Rocketeer? Nobody.
I'd like to point out I did like 3 art pieces based around the Rocketeer, so I kind of know the Rocketeer.
Definitely.
I need a reminder.
Let me.
The Rocket.
No, go on. Go on.
Okay.
Tell them.
So the Rocketeer was a classic comic based around, which is very steampunk art style, if you will, which had Betty Page as the love interest for the Rocketeer, but a man who had a steam-powered rocket. I think it was steam-powered.
No, it's.
It was very. It's either steam or something.
It's a rocket pack.
Yeah, he goes new. It was very 1950s, if I remember correctly, or 1940s.
I believe so. It came out in 82 by Dane Stevens. Funny enough, so what's going on here? The plot involves a cocky stunt pilot named Cliff Second, who is portrayed by Bill Campbell, who finds the jetpack prototype. He later straps it on, dons a flashy helmet, and becomes the hero known as the Rocketeer. His superpowers: he has a gun and he can fly. Basically,
it's very classic comics. It's really cool.
But in the movie, then the Nazis see that and go like, "Hey, I want some of that," and they want to use it to conquer the world. Thus, the fight between two sides commence. Their plan is really stupid. It's mostly known for its 1991 adaptation by Disney, though. It's considered a very underrated film, from what I've heard.
I've heard a lot of people who are into steampunk like Rocketeer, but that's just like aesthetics, or those people who really like that classic pin-up-y art style and stuff like that. Were like they're into this, but that's art circles for it.
Yeah, it does have a steampunk look. You guys have at least seen pictures of the Rocketeer, right?
Of course.
It's one of the many cosplayers. I like to call him steampunk Iron Man. Imagine if Iron Man was made in the age of Captain America.
I was gonna say maybe like if Dad.
My God.
Never forget Howard Stark. Never forget.
Yes, Dad was.
All right, so
even in the what if when with
I was about to say I just realized that the moment I said that actually. All right, so years later, there were plans on a sequel, a remake, or an animated series. There are even some ideas being thrown around, like making the Rocketeer into a kid, changing his race or gender. Basically, ideas were thrown everywhere. This week, we got some new news on it for a new movie coming to Disney Plus called Return of the Rocketeer. The film is set to be produced by David and Jessica. I can't pronounce this name right. I apologize. Oyelowo, Oyelowo. And it's said to be written by Ed Rickort. David Oyelowo is actually being rumored to play the Rocketeer, but that's nothing there. Now, the plot right now has not been fully revealed. According to this article I found on Gizmodo, it's going to be focusing on a retired Tuscany airman who takes up the mantle of the Rocketeer. Now, when I found out about this, it was on Twitter. It wasn't trending or anything, but it was a fan complaining, saying, "Disney, I swear to God, if you woke the Rocketeer, I swear to God, I'm going to go nuts." And I look at him like, the Rocketeer is basically an entire woke movie. What the hell are you complaining about? And then I went there and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Oh,
really?
Actually, wait. Going back on this, you remember the movie? I think it was 10 Hours.
What?
Was that not with The Rock?
Wasn't that George Clooney?
Wait,
No,
was it? I totally forget, but y'all know that movie, right? Tomorrowland or whatever it is.
Yes, that was George
I totally thought that that was gonna be something of a Rocketeer or something in there was gonna give us the Rocketeer or something like that for a second. I forgot who I forgot who it was that was talking about this, but it was just something that was just thrown. I was just like, I've never heard of the Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer. Well, there was a rocket pack in there, and according to Monorail Black. Oh my God, I love you. I love that name. I love it very much. There's a guy in our chat.
I wish there was a Black Monorail.
Black Monorail is my favorite. Wasn't expecting that as a remark. But yeah, it is available on Disney Plus. You can see it right now if you want to. I haven't seen it in years. I don't know if I have seen it, but I remember a picture book that was at a dollar store for the movie. I never got a chance to read it, but because I couldn't read, but you know. They also had a picture book for the Super Mario Brothers movie. It was really weird.
90s was weird when it came to product placement for movies that they thought was dedicated to children. Remember, there's a Rambo cartoon.
Cool.
Oh, please, come on. The majority of versions of Ninja Turtle thing, like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are we on? Version 3.9.57?
I don't know how many My Little Pony versions are there now.
4.
5.
Fuck.
The 5th edition's coming up.
I like how Cruiser's head shot up the moment I said 4. Like, he's like, dude, come on.
Yeah, you're better than that, Evan.
You know there's a new one coming.
I can't help it. I run a show that is literally around centering watching Gens 1 to 3.5.
Ooh, I have a friend you might enjoy having to talk about 1 through 3.5. He's a huge fan.
Cool. You're going to show my show if you want to see us making complete fun of everything.
Never mind.
Get a laugh. That's the best thing about Mystery Brony Theater. I like to think of it as like a thing that's like for bronies and non-bronies. It's really amazing. But yeah, I'm
not gonna lie. Occasionally, I watch it with bacon.
Of course, I like.
So we're hit with stoners.
Cool, man. I'm glad.
I was curious to see how it looked if, like, just hearing y'all talk about it and just seeing how it would be through
That's
my
awesome.
big head, just like, I was just going like, wow, yeah. But part of me thought I was part of it too.
Oh, should we put like a little warning up on the screen, like we're better when you're stoned?
I'm not going to do that until the Yellow Submarine finally does, so there you go.
Hey. Okay, you're true.
I like that movie. Hey, I like that movie, but you know, oh, by the way, there is no release date yet on the Rocketeer movie, but cool. I'd like to see the Rocketeer make a comeback. Let's just face it, the Rocketeer, just like 20,000 Leagues, is one of those movies that deserves a remake. 20,000
Leagues is so good. I asked him what it was like when I saw a 20,000 League shirt, and I got so sad it wasn't in my size.
I know. Are you talking about the one that was that was the Rapture?
Yeah, the website doesn't have the shirt.
I wanted to buy it, but they ran out of larges.
Yeah, I went onto their website to see if they had it. It's not up for sale. I'm like,
so what we found was we were at MegaCon, right? And there was this shirt that had the what's the name of the submarine? The Nautilus, and it said "Visit Rapture" at the bottom from BioShock. That was awesome. We were just like,
and it didn't have it in our sizes.
I know, it sucked ass. But hey, I still got that Buster Cannon from Proto Man.
Oh yeah. Now, have you heard anyone with it?
No. I really wish I had like a squeaker inside, so that way when I shoot it makes like a squeak sound.
You know that's easy to install, right?
I can imagine it would be. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing here. Here's something on Cruiser's alley here, and that's one of his favorite shows of all time, South Park. I think
we'll be doing 2 movies a year with HBO Max. Now, here's what I'm wondering.
No, it's not. No, Cruiser. It's actually not HBO Max, believe it or not.
Really?
Here's what's going on. Since they made the deal between Viacom owns Paramount Plus, and it was announced this week that they're going to have 2 movies coming out before the end of this year.
But my whole thing is, are we talking like an actual movie, or are we talking a glorified TV special?
I'm going to guess probably that.
Yeah.
I mean,
they could probably do both. I mean,
it might be one or the other.
Yeah.
Because you guys know what I mean. Like, there's a difference between like an actual movie and like a made-for-TV movie, or this gets made for streaming.
Or just like the hour length usually is what you mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I more or less would like to know. They originally thought about doing another South Park movie years ago, but instead they decided to do The Stick of Truth. The Stick of Truth was actually supposed to be a second South Park movie, and that did so well that they did The Fractured Butthole. Best name ever.
Okay, Cruz, there's actually a funny story. I know.
really just love the reason for that.
I know the story behind that, but there was actually more to it. Basically, the only reason he came up with that was because he couldn't think of a better name. He's like, nah, fine, we'll just rename it with different words.
Well,
yeah, they couldn't think of a better name, and also wanted to
Yeah. Cruiser, just tell him the story.
Yeah. Basically, what happened was that in the first game, they actually state that your character has a magical butthole, and they want to name the sequel "The Butthole of Time." However, they were told that you could not put that word in your title. So Trey Parker's in his office, banging his head against the wall, like, "Butthole, butthole, butthole, butthole." And that's when they changed it to the fractured butthole. And whenever people ask me, like, why do they call it that? Like, because they are a team. They are a whole. However, there's a fracture amongst their ranks. I have no idea if that's true or not, but it's the best excuse I can come up with.
Didn't know.
Kind of similar to the Mortal Kombat thing.
Really? Never heard
Yeah,
that.
Mortal Kombat. So Mortal Kombat is based off the movie Bloodsport, for those who didn't know.
Didn't know.
They lost the licensing right to use Jean-Claude Van Damme as well as Bloodsport. So they had the stuff programmed already made. So they were like, we'll make this a game. What are we going to do? They came up with a bunch of different names, and just one guy sees the word Mortal Kombat and just removes the C, puts in a K. They're like, done.
And how much has that gone on long? Like, I swear, there's a character in the new games. He's called the Collector with a freaking K.
Yeah, that Mortal Kombat reason why I couldn't spell combat correctly for a long time.
That's the corn is spelled with a K.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me just bring out this thing here. According to my notes here, that according to this thing I found on WeGotThisCovered.com, the news was confirmed thanks to Chief Programming Officer of the Viacom CBS Streaming, Tanya Giles, during a Paramount panel at the Television Critics Association, which is apparently a thing. And she mentioned that the rollout for 12 other films would be similar in that year. 2 movies would be added to the streaming service until 2027. Which is kind of bullshit because I'm pretty sure we're going to die in 2025. But, you know, that's me.
Oh, I can't wait to see that movie.
Are they trying to do like a parody of like how Disney releases multiple Marvel movies a year?
Not really.
Oh, that would be funny.
I will
I
see.
mean,
Do all those superhero movies I talked about in Fractured Butthole?
Yeah, those guys, like, there's a few people I would love to just sit down and have a drink with. Because I can only imagine the stories they must have. Trey Parker and Matt Stone are 2 of those people. Just because there was so much that they had to get by under the radar to do South Park. And I mean, and not to mention all the trolling they did throughout Hollywood. Because when they got nominated for Blame Canada, they like were invited to the Oscars, and the Oscars was everything that they were against. But at the same time, they're thinking, how can we not go to the Oscars? So they originally talked about going like in duck costumes while everyone's like dressed fancy. But they said, nah, they probably won't let us in. Well, what if we wear what everyone else is wearing, but women clothes? And they thought that could work.
I like
and
that.
It turns out a friend of theirs had sugar cubes of LSD. So they went to the Oscars tripping on LSD with every camera in the Western Hemisphere going off. They went, let's go. and they agreed. You can't say anything about the dresses. They're like, boys, why the dresses? Like, magical night tonight. You know, all the stars are out here. It's just a night of magic. And you can see them look into the camera like really tripping balls.
I'm looking at it right now. I like
Wasn't one wearing a recreation of the Swans, or was that
one actually Jay wore the previous
This is what I'm looking at right here.
Oh yeah, it's J-Lo and I think Celine Dion.
He looks like he's just about to perform in like a 70s band.
What's even better is that once they got seated, they were coming down off the acid, and they kept looking at each other and go, dude, we might have to go up there in this.
Awesome.
Did they
I mean,
really?
why not?
They lost to Phil Collins. And
Oh yeah, I like
once
this.
they lost, they bailed.
I mean, granted, if you're invited to any of these like, Hollywood big events or anything like that, or just any event that everyone knows about, like award shows, nominations, or anything like that. If you had a chance to go to one of those and someone offered you a psychedelic, would you take it just for that one event?
I might.
How boring is the event you?
Yeah,
If you're watching this, I deny everything.
because there were going, dude, this is my big night. Fuck you. And like, really? This is your big night? This is bullshit. Like, this is Hollywood. Let's party.
Anyway, so yeah, this is actually interesting though. The next 6 seasons are actually going to be on Paramount Plus. So, what do you think about that? Like, you think that would mean that everything else that was just posted on HBO Max? Because let's just face it, HBO Max. I know it's been out for a while, but it's still relatively new. Would you say so?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
Isn't Paramount Plus also new?
Yeah.
I don't know which one was. I think I want to say HBO Max was probably first. Though.
Yeah, it did.
Well, yeah.
So what do you think of that? Like,
Well,
you finally get it all on HBO Max, and then you're finally getting thrown into Paramount. Especially that's one of their like advertising points. Like,
well, I mean, it's not like it's not hard for them to just like remove it from their streams. Like,
yeah. Although I wonder if they do. Well, you know how when Lucifer was on television and then it got canceled and then Netflix picked it up and then Netflix is like, we're gonna let you get away with Lucifer being gay or bisexual. Be with men. Show your ass. Am I allowed to swear?
come on,
yeah, go ahead.
That's what makes this
Yeah, go
character.
ahead.
Though.
Fucking
That's
swear as much as you fucking want.
I love.
Thanks.
Like I freaking love Lucifer.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, South Park's going to get away with more stuff now because they're on streaming. You don't have to follow the rules of basic cable.
I still love the documentary that was made about their show, 6 Days to Air.
Oh.
Because there's a woman who works for them named Ann Garofino, and she is a devout Catholic. She goes to church, she kneels, she prays. And there's a scene where she's on the phone with the FCC, and she goes, when they shit into each other's mouths, we're not going to see any feces of any iteration. And you know that the people on the other side of the phone are going, really? That's what you're doing this week? And she even says, yeah, that's what we're doing. Uh-huh.
I remember there was like a documentary behind the scenes thing where it's basically, do you remember the one where Cartman is a prostitute sucking $5?
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're arguing how many times they wanted to have him actually say that line. So what they did was they highballed how many, because they wanted a certain set, and it's the amount that you see in the show, but they highballed really high so they could get the number they wanted.
Oh yeah, there are all sorts of tricks that that a lot of artists will use to get past the censors. The most famous one was Team America: World Police, where if you watch the unrated version, there is a sex scene that goes to scatological and golden shower-y. Turns out that was never intended to be in the movie. But they put that in there just so that the MPAA can like beat the chest, go, ha ha, we won, just so that they'll get away with what they really wanted to have in the movie.
A lot of horror films do that too. They'll make the deaths a lot more gruesome, and they're like, you can't do this. Okay, we'll make it less.
We can't do that one.
Okay, you're okay.
Okay, I guess we'll take it out.
Okay, well,
Hey,
the one
bring in the
where
gun.
dissected. We'll just keep the one where her head's sliced in half, though.
but we can keep the skull fucking, right?
Only if you only show 2 seconds of it.
Is that why modern day horror films suck ass?
Yeah, because well, do you remember that period of PG-13 horror movies, and then like later would release the unrated cut?
Yeah, that was the other thing they did. Was that...
You mean PG-13 when we were little, or now PG-13?
What was PG-13 in the 2010s? Or the early 2000s?
Friday the 13th.
Titanic.
The good one from the 80s or the remake?
It wasn't really a
No,
remake.
Titanic was PG-13. Indiana Jones was PG-13. Alien versus Predator was PG-13.
Friday the 13th.
Gremlins was PG-13.
Didn't Friday the 13th come out?
yeah,
Was that
Gremlins.
also PG-13?
No.
Original Friday the 13th?
No.
No, that was an
No.
R-rated movie. That was already intended to be R.
No, not
there
that
used to be a
one.
thing.
Not the original. I'm talking
The
about
remake, yeah, that R.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
our.
Talking about the original
No.
Friday the 13th was rated X. Thank you very much.
Only until they actually cut down a lot of the gruesome shit. Thank you, Tom Savini.
I want to hug him.
Everyone wants to hug Tom Savini.
You
Or
want,
he's-
and
Oh,
you
okay.
have an Italian stallion?
What did you say?
You know
You have
the
an Italian stallion? Is that what you're saying, Evan? You said you want to hug him.
I don't get it.
I was thinking of the movie that Steven Stallone was in called The Italian Stallion, which was some.
Genie's Italian.
Oh yeah.
We don't know when these next South Park movies are coming out, but we gotta see trailers soon if they're gonna make it for this year. I'll say that. Speaking
Yeah, I'm still having in common whether or not I want to get Paramount Plus. If I do, I'll probably cancel my Hulu because I really don't use it.
I get annoyed with Hulu because it's like, oh, watch this show, but you need the premium shit to watch this show, even though the show hasn't been on live TV in almost a decade.
I just don't care.
I will say this: if Paramount Plus brings back Deadliest Warrior, they'll have my money.
At least we
They
still.
brought-
Sorry, go on.
Sorry.
I miss that show so much. It was one of the few education shows that was
What?
bloody. It was educational. It's where I learned a lot about ancient warriors and current warriors. For those who don't know, Deadliest Warrior is where they would take two warriors, be it ancient, modern, and do weapons tests on all their weapons as well as their tactics, then put them in a fighting simulator, run it 1,000 times, and then see who would actually win. And it would.
My favorite out of that was the Mafia versus the Yakuza.
Yeah, that
was a good one. My favorite one was Knight versus Pirate, as well as Teddy Roosevelt versus George Washington.
Teddy Roosevelt went up against Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh, sorry. Why did I make up a fake one in my head?
No, George Washington went up against Napoleon Bonaparte.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I think it was that 3 vampires against like
189 George Romero zombies. Yeah.
I call bullshit on that one on the results. I'm calling bullshit on that one. I'm
I
sorry.
agree on that one. I agree on that one too because I was really just like,
Well,
You can't turn a freaking vampire into a zombie.
Well, hold on a sec, because I have a story for you. Because I actually met Max Brooks, the guy who was on the show who represented the zombies. And he said there was a to be continued at the end because they're not sure if it could be affected. So I said to him, this is how I personally see it. Can it be infected? Yes, but it's not going to be instantaneous like you tend to see in zombie flicks. Because the zombie, they said the one thing that the vampire needs is the heart. If they don't have that, then they're dead. So if that's the case, then the vampires aren't dead. They're just mutations. And even if they're Superman, even Superman could catch a cold. So my guess is that the vampire would definitely win. However, it wouldn't be until days later that he would start to feel the infection. Matter of fact, according to Max's book, The Zombie Survival Guide, longest time it took for someone to turn was 8 hours. And according to their vampire expert, vampires are 6 times stronger than the average human. So 6 times 8, that's 48. We're talking at the very least 40 hours to start anything. So the way I see it,
pin on that right here real quick. If any of you were infected with a zombie bite and like as it like it's hidden like a small scratch like you're just like that, are you gonna tell the group or would you just like walk away and just be like, bye?
Have you
I
ever
have to
seen
tell.
Yakuza Souls?
No.
The good guy Muro Majima, whose character I'm a big fan of, he gets bitten by what he thinks is the zombie virus. And what does he do? He grabs every single weapon he can, leaves the group, tells them, I got bit, I'm leaving, and goes on a killing spree and kills all the zombies so his friends can leave. That's my plan.
I applaud that. Yeah, exactly. I applaud that. I don't want the motherfucker just right there being like, yeah, let's go that way. Let's go that way. I'm with the group.
Although then we find out that Majima did not actually get bitten by a zombie because they were actually the skin, and he was just, going crazy because that's Majima. But ignore that part. Talking about the badass part, where he killed like 100 zombies with only with 2 AKs.
And when I told Max, so that's the way I see it. Vampires, wow, but eventually zombies win the war. And he goes, if Steve Niles, the vampire guy who was on that episode with me, he's right down there. Can you tell him all this? So I go walking down there, and he's gone. He's not there.
He knew. He
must have overheard us.
I love the I love how they actually had to use for reference for the zombies, for the zombies that they had to use. Was it like 4 or 3 sumo wrestlers? Like,
no, they basically use like 4 muscle men who are like competitive.
Competitive muscle men. Like,
bodybuilders or strength training.
To like destroy a watermelon, I think.
Now, basically, they put a gel torso in front of them with the heart. That's what they had to search for, while being blindfolded to mimic that mindlessness. And so they would just dig into this thing until they found the heart. And it took a while. They did eventually find it. And of course, with also, it's a skull right on the jugular here, which has the fast bleed out. Just see how long that would take. Yeah, that had to have been like the most bloody episode they ever did. And I missed it so much.
It was
I especially loved it when they had 2 villains going at it, because it didn't matter who won.
What was that one that was full of so much tension? It was the not the IRA, the Spetsnaz versus
the Green Berets.
Oh god, there was so much tension between the 2 groups.
Yeah, and the Green Berets lost. Yes, America lost to the Russians.
I'm not
gonna lie.
I was gonna say, you brought a shovel to a fight. A shovel.
Yeah, and like even I had to put my patriotism to the side and go, okay, I can see why we lost.
The average American back then.
But if it makes you feel better, Kat, when I watched the Aftermath show, they son Hugh, by the way, he actually said they get told to play that off of the cameras a lot, all that tension, and said there's not love for each other, but there's a great deal of respect. Like, he talked about them going out to a bar and getting drinks afterwards. So they play a lot of that up.
I had a feeling, but still.
But some of my favorite matches were the Irish Republican Army versus the Taliban, because again, 2 evil entities going at it. Like, it didn't matter who won.
Yeah.
The Rush. Yeah. I was kind of wondering what was going to happen with that, because, like they said, like, they favored precision weapons, and you have to wonder, like, who's going to win, precision over just
spray and pray?
Yeah, and spray and pray won. However, I feel like precision had a rematch when they did Al Capone versus Jesse James.
Ooh, yeah,
that was a good one, because I didn't see that one coming.
Al Capone either, right? Like, he had 2 other members with them as well too. Like, it wasn't just Al Capone. It's like them and their group or their posse.
Yeah, whenever they put modern firearms in, it's always squad on squad, so 5 versus 5.
Unless it's pirate versus knight, because it was just one pirate.
Yeah, and even the gun they used, they said is nowhere close to the guns they with the regular gunshot. That's why they would have like multiple guns on the belt, and they were out just bludgeon. But when I saw Jesse James won, I just jumped out of my chair and roared, because sure, being brutal is easy, but skill and accuracy still have to count for something.
Yeah. You okay there? You okay down there? You're scrolling on your phone, Evan?
What? No. What?
Evan, are you okay? You feel left out. Do you want us to talk about you?
The point of the matter I was going to say there, ladies and gentlemen, was that the next movies of South Park are coming to Paramount Plus, and don't know what the fate of it on HBO Max is. We still have one more topic. We still have one more topic to talk about, before Cruiser's segment.
Well, just if you do get a chance, people, do watch it because it was very interesting, and I hope they will bring it back. It's like right up there with MythBusters in terms of entertainment.
And Dirty's job.
Mm-hmm. Evan?
I don't even know how that like whole topic dissolve. All right, let's just get this last thing.
I'm here.
There's your answer.
I'm the outlier.
Here's our timeline.
You're going to begin regretting that decision, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so here's the deal. What can't be said about Rick and Morty, a side series that the kids ruined, and it's Adult Swim's current SpongeBob, which is why it's a show the kids ruined. Now, it's going on its 5th season finale. So, kind of think about it. Remember that time remember way, way, way back in season 2 when we had to wait very patiently for season 3 to come out, and it took like for nothing ever? And now there's just a new one every year?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck happened there? Anyway, they were playing
I'm still waiting on my new episode.
They're playing a 2-part finale this year, and to tease it, we got a 15-second trailer that was posted on Twitter with the caption C132 #Rick and Morty. Now, this was a live-action trailer, and there was a huge standout. Like, I had to add this yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, to the script, because, like, this just exploded. Like, you know how last week we were talking about Spider-Man and how it began in the beginning of the week and no one would shut up about it? It's still going on right now. Like, I'm on Facebook right now, and I'm still seeing ads for this. The thing that stood out, and I have the image right here, is that Morty was played by Jaden Martell, and Rick Sanchez himself was played by Christopher Lloyd.
Yay.
God, what more do I even need to say? True. Like, considering how Rick and Morty were started off by a short that was called Doc and Marty, so Rick is based... Does it even surprise you that he's inspired by Doc Brown? Does it even surprise you?
Have y'all seen that little short, by the way?
It's 15 seconds. Yes, I've seen it.
No, the Doc one.
Doc and Marty. I only saw it once.
Oh, God. I wish I knew.
There's a lot of stuff we all regret watching.
Like
this one
I like how it basically why he made it. He made it for the sole purpose of getting it taken down for copyright, I believe.
And it didn't work.
Nope, it didn't. It just got him recognized, and now he's on Adult Swim, proving that Adult Swim will just take about anything. I mean, why not? They made a show about a pair of ass cheeks that was a cop, so why not?
I mean, Mr. Pickles was a thing, and that thing was a nightmare fest.
Hey, don't you dare talk bad about Assy McGee.
I didn't talk bad about Assy McGee. That's what I like about Adult Swim. They're more experimental. And I was actually reading an article today. Let's just face it. Looking at Adult Swim now, there's no way they can recreate that like experimental phase they had back 10 years ago. It's impossible. It's like Adult Swim is 20 years old this month. Can you believe that?
Feels old.
I remember when I was
show from back then. If they were to make it back, do you think it would go through? I would be. If they were to make it right now, do you think that would kind of kick off still?
Maybe. It depends on how they're... I mean, like, you look at, like, all the old stuff they were experimenting with back then, with all the Photoshop work and all the redubbing and everything like that. Like, look at Space Ghost Coast to Coast. You could never bring that back. I mean, they tried... I mean, did you see what they did when they revived Cartoon Planet and how they updated Zorak and Brak?
Okay, well, for them, yeah, Captain Planet was just like a...
Not Captain Planet,
Wait.
Cartoon Planet. It was a thingy.
It was like a block period where they would like show class.
Like the X Tower back in the day.
Now they looked good. Old saying that. I mean, they looked good, but the thing was that they were they just looked weird. That was all. You know what I'm saying? But like the fact is that like you can't revive anything like that. You're not gonna see any like shows like that. I mean, like yeah, they are rebooting some stuff such as that spin-off with the Mooninites coming out. But yeah, it's all there. But yeah, look at Rick and Morty right now, considering how it's eating Adult Swim alive. Like it's the show they have. It's their. I'm not even discorrect here. It's their SpongeBob.
It is. We're not going to deny it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a good show. I don't blame it for being. I can't fault it for that. It's a good show. Do you think it overstayed its welcome?
Listen, I thought it overstayed its welcome when I had to deal with a bunch of fans at MegaCon who basically were causing a massive ruckus as Rick and Morty fans and just basically... You know that one thing that's annoying at cons where they just plug up, like, aisles because they just want to do shenanigans instead of doing it in, like, the cosplay section?
In other words, the things that Deadpool cosplayers do?
Deadpool cosplayers aren't as bad as the Rick and Morty fans.
I find that very hard to believe. But yeah.
It's maybe because Deadpool... Rick is an asshole, point blank. And people use that as an excuse to be an asshole.
Do you not remember what happened at the McDonald's with the Szechuan chicken sauce incident?
Yes, remember that incident.
The dumbass who just got on the freaking counter and just said, like, he's like, no, he didn't say he was Rick. If he went ahead and just, like, he's Pickle Rick.
Yeah, like, he actually puts, like, his shirt over his head. Pickle Rick.
Yeah,
and then Naruto runs out of the building.
And, like, that weird video of the guy getting the tattoo of Pickle Rick, and they were just putting pickles on him, and it was like...
Yeah, so, Evan, like, can you please realize, okay, yeah, maybe these people are worse?
Yeah, the Deadpool fans only do it at convention. Once you tell a Deadpool, hey, could you stop?
I wouldn't be able to speak to that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have much experience.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other incident that was huge was I remember during, I think it was MagFest, there was this group of Team Skull cosplayers that just mobbed out everything, and they got kicked out of the trade floor. They were
those ones just take how the characters.
Betrayers use it as an excuse.
You don't see a lot of.
Yeah, because where Team Skull is meant to be a supporting loud group, but like, yeah, we're just gonna be loud.
Yeah.
You're thinking of Team Yell, not Team Skull.
No, it's Team Skull. Yeah. You never see the video of Team Skull taking over MagFest?
No.
Oh, you gotta see it. I think it was MagFest. It might have been another one, but yeah, these whole group of Team Skull cosplayers. There had to be like 50 of them or more. They just ran amok through the trade floor, just messing with everybody. It was so funny.
And then there was the Homestuck fans.
I didn't have a problem with Homestuck fans.
And we can move on.
Yeah, I think it was great.
Yeah, let's just go with that one there. I mean, let's face it, we're part of. I mean, the bronies were a thing back then, so heck, I think the same thing with My Hero Academia getting out of control. But anyway.
So, will you admit that Rick and Morty fandom can be
annoying?
Bad?
I wouldn't say it's bad.
Come on, Evan. Seriously.
10%. 10% of the fandom will be bad.
Stop.
He is so afraid to ever say anything bad.
I didn't even... Let me explain, first of all. The reason why I'm not saying they are bad or not. I just haven't had any real experience with them, so I can't really give an answer.
Valid.
I've seen the clips.
She just said valid.
Yeah, he didn't experience it himself in person. I've experienced Rick and Morty douchebags in person.
Cruiser, have you experienced Rick and Morty douchebags? Like, just because they were douchebags to one person doesn't mean, like, friggin'...
It doesn't help.
Yes, you have one experience thing. It's like saying... Never mind, I don't want to go into
You put that one experience, then multiply it with all the clips that you see on YouTube.
Here, look, those good apples. Bad apples come.
Yeah, it's again what I was going to say. The rule of 1 to 10%.
If you want me to say anything, the best I can say based on what I have experienced. I haven't had any like major experiences like looking into it, but if you want my thing of what experiences I have had, it's basically that. How do I say this? I have seen the shenanigans in the past, but I haven't seen anything like equal nowadays. So, by all means, I think it's just if anything based on what I've seen, personal experience based aside like the instance there, I can imagine it's like a fan base that has learned through the mistakes. I can't see if they have or not yet, but I'm just going with what I see. I barely see any Rick and Morty cosplayers nowadays.
You call your friend an asshole right now.
You're an asshole.
Come on, grow a spine. See, there, see?
I don't know what I actually have no idea what you just said. All I heard from that pixelated answer was "call your friend an asshole," and I said, "Okay."
I had the idea for a joke in my head when Ants was coming up. I'm like, would he get it if I just did that? Like, would he know to just call me the asshole?
Well, I I was.
I thought you were doing the South Park joke.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was.
You silly goo.
You call your friend an asshole right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with the asshole segment on Hooked on Harmonics. We'll be right back.
Greetings, nation. This is the Concert Cruiser, and welcome back to Hooked on Harmonics. And speaking of welcoming back, we are going to go back to talk about Einstein Kill again. Why? Because they have a new album out, and how a staple of horror films are sequels. Their next album is a sequel to The Silver Scream. Welcome. So that's why I don't have the album cover. It's not out yet, but it's called Welcome to Horrorwood. And in this one, they've already released 2 music videos. One that was called Hip to Be Scared, which was based off American Psycho, and another one called Assault and Batteries, which is about someone's phobia. I have seen the videos, and it looks like they're continuing the motif of having these videos play out together as if it was a horror film. And for this, they even brought Bill Moseley into this for at least in Assault and Batteries. And the production value of the videos has increased. When I donated to their live stream, quite clear that all that money went to the production of the album and the videos. The sound sounds a bit more organized, because when I was listening to their first album, as much as I like it, there were times where it sounded a bit too chaotic. However, with this one, at least so far, it looks like this is a bit more organized with their sound. And they will be releasing another video on the 9th of September. For some reason, they keep releasing stuff on the 9th day of every month. So I'm going to be really curious to see what's going to be. But rumor has it, it's going to be Poltergeist. So this is going to be really great to see. And God, I hope I get to see them. Because these guys, in my opinion, have changed the metalcore game, and it's about time someone did that. This is the Concert Cruiser for Hooked on Harmonics.
You're watching another nerdy talk show. Fun fact, the Concert Cruiser found a way to eat music to stay alive.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. Cruiser, I got a question for you.
And that is?
Do you have the ability to answer questions? What the fuck?
Kuma!
Oh my god, Kuma went to Kuma Sensei in like 1 second flat.
He is now the Zen Buddha master.
We weren't gone that
Kuma
long.
Santa.
We weren't gone that long.
But I want that to be a cosplay. Like, do something with that, please.
You'd be like the Elder from Red Sonja.
Or that one Kill Bill Volume 2.
Sure, why not?
I was just looking at the toilet paper. I was just like, I'm gonna do
Don't forget to steal stuff from the hotel. Get the toilet paper. Is that a beer cup?
Actually, they don't mind it if you steal the soaps and toilet papers, because they gotta throw it out anyway, because you most likely handled it.
Exactly.
I know, right? I mean, well, this one has the
Oh, the Spencers?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
So what question did you want me to answer, Evan?
That was the question. Do you have the ability to answer questions? Ugh,
I do.
I hate how this model. Hand has a red velvet bottom for the.
But if I can get to a discussion with Einstein Kill, for those of you who may not remember, I won some prizes from them earlier this year when they did their Twitch live stream, the 27 Club. And it took forever, but I finally got them. Apparently there was some, they were moving locations, there was a shipping error on them the first time I tried sending out my prizes, and there was a cotton shortage.
A cotton shortage?
Like, lovely. But better late than never. So, I will take this time to show them off. Now, the singer has his own clothing brand that he calls Cleaver Clothing. Obviously, it's been from horror films. And the first thing I got was this acid wash hoodie. Whoops. It has a picture of O.J. Simpson on it, and it says Lady.
Oh. Too soon.
Too soon. Like, months ago.
I'm making a joke.
We have another caller coming in.
Master Shifu!
Oh, wait, he's gone.
Long ago.
I think you scared him away.
I was about to say, long ago in ancient lands.
Egyptian kings played a game of great and terrible power.
Ayaku, the shape-shifting master of darkness.
Let's see here. A tank top.
Oh. Ooh.
This is based off the Salem witch trials, though.
I know. I know.
Like,
ooh.
And let's see here. Then, moving on, I got this t-shirt, which my mother loves so much.
Can I borrow that? I have to go to a church function. I need to borrow that.
And lastly, this one kind of surprised me. But
Yay. I still think that was a really lowbrow... That's like a really stupid gift.
What, a comb?
Yeah, I know, right?
yeah. At least I could use it. I mean, what am I going to the sticker?
Stick it on stuff?
Stick it on a magnet and then turn it into a magnet?
Never thought of that, actually.
And then it'll just, the adhesive would fall right off.
Not if you know what you're doing.
I like to put stickers on my...
Yeah, but I'm too lazy for that.
I have a system whenever I give out stickers at Disney World. I always have one stuck to my cheek because I like to demonstrate what they do, because you will find people who don't know what stickers are. I'm not even kidding. And I like to call myself adhesive.
Oh, God damn it, Evan.
Ow.
You needed to say that for when Bright was back on the air.
God,
But no, you had to waste your good pun on me.
we have somebody who's trying to get in, but like, oh my God, Cruiser.
Nice sideburn.
I know.
We killed him.
And the concert cruiser's finally dead. Oh God, he's a zombie.
God, is he a vampire or a zombie? Quick.
Okay, we got a caller coming in, Royal Silver. He's gonna be coming in here. Royal Silver, you're on Ants. Hello? I hear noise.
Hello?
Hey, there he is. Here's
Hi.
the dude. He's what's up.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
It's okay. You have no reason to be sorry because the only person here that needs to be sorry is Cruiser. He knows what he did.
Oh. What? What was Cruiser doing?
He knows exactly what
I'm
he was
Evan's
doing.
right-hand man. That's what I was doing.
What were you doing?
How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, nothing.
I'm doing Surf's Up.
You're watching Surf's Up.
Oh, I remember that.
Which one?
Number 1.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Trust me, I looked up the reports on number 2, and I didn't even want to bother getting the DVD to watch that crap.
I mean, I haven't seen the first one. I haven't seen the first one in a while. All I know is that there's that one scene where the penguin is like talking about his trophy collection, and it's clearly indicating he's having sex with them.
The only Surf's Up I know of was the knockoff shirt that Shake got for Carl.
I can't remember that one.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, you guys excited for the big G5 movie coming in a couple weeks?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
I have a friend waiting to make me watch it after my birthday.
Just watch it. You're gonna get a lot of bronies on
Yeah.
this channel, I swear you.
I really hope I have a day off on that day so I can watch it.
It'll be there.
It's on
Okay, it's not like it's not like it's a DVD where
Yeah, it's
it's
on-
gonna sell out.
It's on Nerdflix.
I know. I have Netflix, and I just simply want to watch it on the very moment it arrives, rather than just simply go to work and then come straight back home and miss the time of when it shows up just like that.
Yeah. My hand is Gary's mod.
Oh yeah, and by the way, so I take it you guys heard that it also in a couple weeks summer's going to be over.
Different to adults, we giving a shit about summer a long time ago.
Yep.
Am
Yeah,
I the
we're
only
on.
one? I was gonna. My birthday's the first full day of autumn, so it's like kind of. I'm very well aware of how close we are to fall.
And I work at the theme park. Summer ending is like a godsend for me.
Well,
We also live in the
hey,
sunshine. We also live in the sunshine state, so so every day is summer for us.
good morning, sunshine. The earth says hello. Oh, yeah, and plus, I heard that Halloween is coming back.
Yes, it is. After so many years of it being
it-
gone.
Comes back every year, I hear.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the holiday.
So were we.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I also for the Halloween movie that's going to be the final one.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is going to be a new Halloween movie coming out.
Yep, where this time everybody in the entire town is going after Mike Myers.
Again. Don't worry, he'll be back.
No,
Mike.
no, well, no, this time. Well, I mean, in the past movies, but it's always just the 2 or 3 main characters that go after Mike Myers. But this time, the entire town is going after him.
Ah, yes, yes. And Jamie Lee Curtis, I believe, is still going to be on there.
Yep.
Yeah. It's never a Halloween party without Jamie.
Well, yeah. Plus, I even looked up some info on YouTube. They already showed the trailer that Chucky is having his own series.
Okay, dude. We don't talk about that.
Yeah,
show here. We don't
we
talk about that show here, man.
It actually looks
Yeah,
good.
dude.
Unlike,
Dude, again, dude.
like
we
the
don't-
other one.
We don't talk about that show here, man. Man, my buddy here is kind of not a big Chucky fan for traumatic reasons, man. Come on.
Hey, sorry, I didn't know that.
It's fine. Fine, it's cool. You didn't know. It's fine. But yeah.
Yeah, it's usually a thing I don't like to bring up. That's why.
Anyway, like yeah, the Halloween movie looks pretty good though. I'm looking forward to seeing what I got there. I might see it if I can. Cruiser's gonna see it if he ever comes back from being a ghost. But you know.
Yeah, and I'm also looking forward to the Antlers movie.
I haven't seen the one for that one.
Yeah, it's a movie that actually it's a horror movie that actually goes for the actual legend of the Native American mythology of the Wendigo.
You mean the Slender? You mean the thing
It's
that
not just Wendigo. Wendigo is actually in many other different storytellings. Many people think it's just Native Americans. It's from other things as well.
Yeah, you should have seen what they look like in My Little
Well,
Pony. Yeah,
well, remember, in My Little Pony, the Wendigos are just a bunch of chaotic spirits that show themselves during conflict, but these ones are cannibalistic monsters that are like a demonic cannibalistic deer.
Pleasant. I remember someone made a Slender Man movie and called it Wendigos. I'm like, okay. If you want to watch it, it's on YouTube right now. If you want to watch a 3-hour movie where like 30 minutes of the film is nothing, then go ahead. Anyway, Mr. Royal Silver, I appreciate you coming on.
You.
I appreciate you for coming on, man. Thank you. I'm not even kidding. I don't even know if that thing is still on there, but you know. The Wendigo
Oh,
thing.
that video?
No, yeah, the Wendigo thing. I gotta look that up. Hold on. Where did Cruiser go, by the way?
I have no. The only thing I know about Wendigos is just from playing.
I know of.
Uh,
What was that
Dawn.
one? Oh yeah, Until Dawn. It was a good game. Pain in the ass though.
Hell yeah. I don't think I finished it though.
Yeah. Anyway, someone made. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, I was gonna say, if you play Until Dawn, you know it's actually much harder to get the women to survive, especially the more sexually active women, as well as the people of color, to make them survive. It's actually harder. It's been proven.
For what are we talking about here?
Until
we were
Dawn.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, try that game. Now, every time I play it, I always get stuck up, and I never have a shot at playing the game.
So yeah.
So no.
As I was saying, there's a 90-minute found footage film on YouTube that's called Wendigo, a Slender Man movie, which I haven't seen in years. But I remember like a good portion of it. Like there's a 30-minute sequence where it's just nothing but the guy filming scenery, and it actually had some good horror film effects to it. It was like one of those things with the camera glitches and shit.
Oh, like how my webcam acts?
Yeah, kind of. Your webcam's been pretty stable actually. Ever notice that cat? Guys, Cruiser, can you actually vouch for me? Doesn't Cat kind of look like Aki?
Who's Aki?
Alyssa?
Who's Aki?
Aki Glancy.
Can I have context?
Aki Glancy is our.
She's someone that we work with. She plays Miss Biz on Mr. 4000.
She's a Vocaloid musician.
Oh.
Yeah, she does world tours. She does all kinds of stuff. I don't know. You ever notice that when? Do you want to know what I hate about the Slender Man very much?
That it was based off of an internet concept and it was great, and then it got freaking genderfied.
Here's what happened. Here's what fucking happened. Now, I was into the creepypasta fandom before it became this big mainstreamed like phenomenon. It was during when I was in college, I was into it, and heck, I was a face in it for like 6 months at one point because of Snow and Mount Silver. Which I don't regret. I had my moments of fame and it gone, whatever. And then everybody didn't know about this. People were like, what's a creepypasta? And I had to show them all the horror, grotesque stuff and everything like that, and it was creepy. And then that frickin' incident happened, and now it's all in public, and and they ruined us.
See, I prefer the knockoff for Scary Ellie.
Cheese or meat filled.
Oh, you pipes.
We went from creepypasta to spooky spaghetti. What the fuck?
But the weird thing is, creepypastas are really just like those urban legends you tell each other, pass down. It's just, modernized. It's great. It's in a nerdy anthropological aspect, it's very intriguing. And my sister's huge into them, so good news. I get to learn a lot about creepypastas from her and SCPs.
And let's just face it, because of the Slender Man, popular, how many documentaries and movies are there of the goddamn Slender Man?
Do you want me to include Hallmark movies or not include Hallmark movies?
All of them.
Is that really a thing?
There is at least, no, sorry, not Hallmark, Lifetime. There's at least 2 Lifetime movies based around the Slender Man, but for legal reasons, they're not called the Slender Man. It's called some other kind of internet phenomenon. But it's the Slender Man, let's be honest.
Have y'all actually seen the movie that they made? Yeah.
It was a great movie. That would have been great. It was at its peak, but since it came out, it was just, it's horrible, really.
Yeah, really. Just the whole concept of it as well, too. When the end of it, I was just going, okay.
Yeah, I remember back in the days of, sorry.
I remember this when in the creepypasta days, there was a time when the Slender Man was legitimately scary. There was a time when he was considered the face of the creepypasta fandom, if not Jeff the Killer, which is still kind of a creepy image. I know it's like a plastic, but friggin', I remember just us talking about creepy shit on the chat thing, and then all this happened, and when that recent Slender Man movie came out, I'm like, my dad's thing it looks interesting. I'm like, I know what's going to happen. It's going to have all the tropes. They're going to give him one new power, and then that's it, and nothing's going to happen. But really,
was that how the movie was?
It basically was. I remember when Marble Hornets was big, and now it's gone.
I remember all the Disney creepypastas.
Oh yeah,
I just remember reading them and going, that's not how it's done. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's Discovery Island, not
Right.
Mowgli Island. It's just
Well, that's the Mowgli Island. What was it called? The Treasure Island Resort. That actually was a concept at one point. The only thing that bugged the thing that bugged me on is like, what Disney store has a sign that says mascots only?
That's the one that bothered. That's the thing that bothered me the most. Like, they're called cast members.
Yeah, I know.
And like, people are like, if people would find because I knew so much about Disney, people would send me the Disney creepypastas, and I'd be like taking a red pen and going, wrong.
Thank you.
Wrong.
You're my people.
Wrong.
Like, that's the thing. Abandoned by Disney was a good creepypasta. I love it. Like, here's the thing.
That was a good one.
Do you know how big the creepypasta fandom was? Like, you know, Mr. Creepypasta. Like, he's one of the biggest celebrities in the creepypasta fandom. I got him on Snow on Mount Silver as a cameo.
Aww.
Yeah, he does. He's a news reporter, and like he has a single line. He's like, I like message him on Facebook saying, "Hey, can you be a cameo in a movie? Where do I meet you?" And he gives me his email address. So yeah, now he's a million. That was during the time when he had like 300,000 subscribers, and now he has like 1 million of them, and he's doing world tours, and he's doing books, he's doing all kinds of shit. And we still don't know what the fuck his face looks like. Is it? Hold on.
So he's doing the thing that one guy who's popular now that I don't understand, and people have explained it to me, and I still don't get it.
That's what he looks like. Oh my god. Looks like Mati.
Is he hot?
Yeah. He's like, yeah. I didn't think. Yeah, he's like He's Asian. I think he's Asian.
Oh, I think that like.
I think that's Asian.
It could be Filipino, which is Asian.
He seems pretty cool. He was a nice guy. He really was. Okay, Kuma.
God damn it, Kuma!
He looks like that.
Kuma, write something.
He looks like that. It's the Slender Man.
I was gonna say write something on it so you can go to the demon world in Okami.
The tattoos make it work, by the way. One thing that's... Dude, I can't wait for Halloween when we get into that stuff there. Like, one of the things that's really cool is that, like, I always loved, like, gaming pastas, like, all that stuff with the creepy video games. Like, Lost Silver is still a very chilling game.
What's that?
That was the one with where you lose your arms and you come across that sad Pikachu.
Oh, yeah, I remember
that was
one.
That was a good game. I thought that was great.
There's a LP, if you will, of a creepypasta game, and I can't remember the name of it. Hold on. It starts with a P. That's it.
Hell, Godzilla NES is, in my opinion, one of the best written gaming pastas I've ever heard in my life.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Godzilla the NES game. I'm actually on a bet with that guy saying, this guy's trying to replicate the game from that movie, from that story, and I said out loud, okay, I'll make you a deal. If you can make this game work and change what red looks like, I will make an adaptation of it using your footage.
Petsco.
That's not... I don't think that was really a creepypasta. I thought it was just a game.
It was just a creepy horror story, but...
I do like the originality that guy went into with this stuff there.
Yeah.
Then there's that Polybius game. Okay, here's the deal. I'm not even going to lie on this one here. I'm not going to skimp on it. I swear to God, I have seen that arcade cabinet somewhere.
Well, someone did a lot of research to find the Polybius, and we're not talking about the Polybius heist done by Ashens. Someone has a theory that Polybius was a placeholder name for a video game listing, a collection list thing online. And that's where people saw it, but then people massively disagree with that.
Wait, that's not like the whole thing about the freaking government having the video games.
Yes, that's the one
that are meant to like brainwash. Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in the government thing, but I swear to God, there was this arcade that used to be near Midway, Delaware, outside Rehoboth Beach and Lewis Beach. There was an arcade there. My mom would get her nails done. Me and my sister would hang there. I swear to God, I saw a cabinet there that said Polybius. The game was
a Mandela effect.
No. What?
No. A lot of people say that these things actually exist.
Maybe it was a prop because this is one of the oldest video game rumors. But like, I remember it was turned off there. But I remember it was like right in the back next to the Mortal Kombat machine. It was always off, and it was just called Polybius. When I read the rumor about it, I'm like, what the fuck's the gameplay like then? Is it a good game? I mean, like, has anybody ever actually played a fan make of Polybius?
No.
I think there's one online somewhere.
I never actually fully heard of it until like the thing from Loki until they pointed it out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Polybius was in that show.
Yeah, there's a 1-hour documentary done by, I can't remember the name of the YouTuber, who did a whole thing about Polybius.
And what did his research turn up?
That was the research that when I was talking about how it could have been just a placeholder name in a video game listing collection site thing. In theory.
What if Polybius was just like a thing of a Chinese bootleg game?
Of like what? What was that one with the triangles? You shoot the triangle.
Best.
Oh, the one with the triangles. You go pew pew. Asteroids.
I love that game.
Why couldn't I remember the name Asteroids? Shame upon my gaming family.
I would totally like to see a horror movie made based on that game. Imagine
Polybius?
No, no, Asteroids. You can turn Asteroids into a horror movie.
We do. I was gonna say we have several of those. When anytime people discover space.
Oh no, space. We have triangles now.
That was the thing with me and Asteroids.
There's rocks in space. Holy shit!
When I used to play Asteroids, I didn't even move the ship. I just stayed at the center and just rotated around and just shot stuff. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere.
See, there's actually a South Park version of the game.
Of Asteroids?
Yeah, basically, at one point, South Park had this game called Chef's Love Shack, and it was basically a trivia game with like mini games in between. And the South Park version, you are and okay, that's bad. Okay, that is null.
Later tonight, you're gonna come back to your hotel and say, "I gotta take a shit." Oh, fuck.
Welcome to 5-minute costumes. You need impromptu Halloween costumes, and you only have a roll of toilet paper. Instead of doing the classic mummy, watch this video.
I would love to see a cut.
Seriously, like Kuma, do a video of this, Kuma's TP creations, TP cosplays, Kuma's TP cosplays.
The only thing I'm really doing is because I have my drink right here and it's precipitating with the water, I'm just going like this and then
Are you picking your nose with your hand?
No, I'm picking my nose with this hand. My hand
Which is yours. You
look at that. My hand is Gary's mod.
I don't get it.
Wait,
hold on a second.
I'm
gonna see what I think.
Hold on a second. Now my hand is Gary's mod.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Speaking of something on the same tone as Polybius, I was watching Tales from the Internet, and it turns out there was someone brought up some anime that they saw but could never remember it, could never find it, and the internet went crazy trying to find this thing. Basically, what the guy said, what the guy said was the anime had several Japanese girls who were locked inside of a girl's restroom or locker room, and they all start to go crazy. There's some evil entity that starts killing them off one by one, and people went nuts trying to find this thing because they said this sounds familiar. I know, I must have seen this before. And this thing actually, people really trying to find this thing. It wasn't until years later the thing came forward and said, "Guys, I made it up. Okay, I didn't think this would spiral out of control."
Yeah.
But however, the people don't believe him. He even proved no, look, it's me.
Oh yeah, there are people that do that. Once you start something, you can't just take it back. You open the floodgates. You can't just drain the water.
Yeah, there was a bringing up the Homestuck fandom. We decided to pretend. I was just a witness. They decided to pretend to make the TV show that was part of the Homestuck, which was called The Squiddles, which was about squids, and they just made it its own entity, and it got so bad there was an IMDb page about it.
The Squiddles?
For the Squiddles. It was about little cute squids.
I'd watch it. But there's
It was adorable.
But there's any interesting things there.
Wait, what if they were rednecks though? Would you watch it then?
No.
No, because squids don't have necks, genius.
I'm making a squid delusion.
Unless you're Squidward tentacles.
I'm making a squid delusion.
I hear you. In that case, maybe yeah. There was one thing. You ever hear the documentary of the Clockman incident?
Huh?
Okay, so
Yeah.
there was a story about this guy who was on the Lost Media Wiki, and he said, look, I was sick one day from school, and I saw this show on Nickelodeon. It was about this guy who comes out of a clock and takes this kid away. And people went nuts over it, and were looking for this thing. They called it the Clock Man. And they're all over the place. The search went on for like several years, and then and then later, somebody found a movie. It was called Sally, and they found it. It was the movie he was talking about. It was on Pinwheel. It was like this cheap, like German, like Czech film called The Red Gloves or something like that. And yeah, it matched the description. It was actually an interesting hunt. I'll show it to you guys after the stream. There was also the search for Crybaby Lane. The search for Crybaby Lane. My God, that was a good time. Because I was there when it premiered. You guys have heard of this movie, correct?
Lane?
Maybe.
Crybaby Lane. It was a Nickelodeon movie. In the year 2000, Crybaby Lane... Hold on, we got a message on chat. Hey, Kat, welcome to the show. I hope I can chat with you on Discord and Cruiser from Jay Phoenix.
Who's Jay Phoenix?
He's a guy who's on our chat room.
Your powers.
Ah.
Anyway, so yeah, Crybaby Lane was this movie that premiered in 2000 about this. It was about this kid who gets possessed by this. Okay, how do I describe this? The film features Frank Langella as an Undertaker, and he tells these kids this story about these two children that were Siamese twins. One half was good, the other is evil, and one of them gets sick, but because they share the same liver, they both died. And when they died, the father buries the good child in a cemetery and the bad child in Crybaby Lane. But unfortunately, the two kids got mixed up. And these kids perform a seance, and they unleash the spirit of the child there. And it's the evil child, so everybody's getting possessed except for this one kid. So everybody, his parents, his brother, are like trying to get him. And I'm not going to tell you what happens, but it was intense. I remember the next day from school, everybody was talking, hey, did you see Crybaby Lane last night? But here's what happened. The rumor is, the moment the movie premiered, the FCC was getting call after call after call after call after call after call from angry parents that were talking about them letting Nickelodeon air this because it was like scaring kids legitimately. Personally, I don't remember much from it except for the ending. I was just there to watch the tale of the Silver Sight. Yeah, that's what the kids look like. And just do an entire stream of Kuma doing interpretive things like that throughout everything I'm describing. But yeah, years later on the Lost Wiki, like I believe it was 2009, somebody brings up the movie. A creepypasta was made about it, about the people being sadistically about it. Nickelodeon said they never aired it and it wasn't listed on their website. Then the director comes by and says, people remember that movie? I thought it was just lost. Anyway, nobody came up. They could only find screenshots of it. Then one day, one person, probably the only person that still remembered it, put a rip of the movie online, and it blew up like crazy. So much that Nickelodeon actually took notice of it, and in 2012 they aired it on the N as a lost movie, and they aired the movie in its entirety. If you want to see like the most 90s horror movie you'll ever see for a kids show network, I would recommend it. It's really good.
Oh, it's like the Star Wars Holiday Special, but better.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can kind of see why it was scary for kids. Like if I was a kid watching this, I'm like, okay, that's kind of creepy.
See,
Yep.
See, back when I was a kid, I was scared of everything. I was like Evan.
Yeah. Sure.
No, but seriously, like the movie that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid was the original It.
Well, that makes sense.
I saw that when I was 10, and that was a huge mistake for someone like me, because I was visiting my cousin up in New York. I saw this thing, and I'm like, it is like 20 in the morning, and I'm like,
Since we were talking talking about creepypastas and urban legends, you ever heard of the Curse of Miki Momo?
Nope.
Evan?
The Curse of Mickey Momo? I know the Mickey Momo song from My Life in the Teenage Robot.
At that. So Miki Momo was a 80s, if I remember, 70s or 80s magical girl anime, right? And it was made. It's an actual anime, by the way.
I'm about to Google
And
it. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm about to Google this. Why do I think the first result I'm going to get is that fucking Momo sculpture?
Not that Miki Momo. Anyway,
nope, I found it.
With an I.
Nope, I found it.
So anyway. Yeah. Me too thing. So Miki Momo, apparently the company that the licensing company that owns Miki Momo was doing a deal with merchandising. The creators were not getting any money, and they said, "Well, you're going to still keep making this as Miki Momo dies." There is the series finale of Miki Momo involves her getting run over by a truck. If you've ever seen that clip of the little girl getting run over by a truck in anime form, that's Miki Momo. And then later on, they tried to reboot it, and when it premiered, a massive earthquake happened in Japan.
Oh, I remember. I think I heard about this.
They rebooted again. Another earthquake. Another bad, horrible event happens. So because basically the creators were like, Miki Momo will never be on the air again.
Try airing it in a different country and see if it happens.
No.
Let's not and say we did.
No, let's not do that and say we did. Yeah.
And the
That's
problem is,
Afghanistan. Come on.
No.
No.
But the thing is, there is Miki Momo VHS tapes, and it was translated into English. I think like 4 episodes. They're on VHS somewhere on the internet. There's a rip. Like trying to find the original Miki Momo, you can find clips, but a full episode.
I found a motivational poster that just shows her Miki Momo on there. It says Miki Momo, the goddess of destruction.
Anytime she's shown on Japanese television, a bad thing happens in Japan.
Give it to a different country and see if the same thing happens.
How many episodes? How many episodes of this was made? It was a manga. That went from 1982.
Hello, Davy Jones.
You gotta put that on your teeth. That's what you should have done.
No.
The Flying Dutchman.
Yes. So how many episodes of the original Miki Momo are there?
63. It aired from 1982 to 1983. Wow, that's a lot. There was a reboot from 1991 to 1992 that had 62 plus 3 episodes. There was an OVA that ran from 1993 that was 40 minutes. Another one that was from June 1994 that went 30 minutes. The manga went from... There must have been another manga.
He's gone down the Miki Momo rabbit hill. Molehill.
The manga actually came out later, believe it or not. It ran from April 2004 to 2005. I gotta ask Zach about this.
Why? You've never heard of Miki Momo?
No, I haven't.
The Curse of Miki Momo? Yeah. It's a cursed anime.
Hey, Zach!
Yes. Zach, we have to summon you.
I must know.
What
do you know about an anime called how's it spelled?
Miki.
Oh, Miki kind of thing.
Momo.
Minky. It says Minky. Oh, it's Minky. I thought it was Mickey.
No. This is where you're gonna find out that Zach has extreme knowledge and has been.
So the last episode is literally called Miki Momo Dies.
The original, yeah.
Yikes! It sounds crazy.
She gets run over by a truck.
Yikes!
I want to point out the anime was full of love and joy and happiness, and basically she's from this magical land and she's come to Earth to do good deeds and shit to become a good something.
Surprising enough, it's not on the Wikipedia article. Nothing about this.
What, the curse?
Yeah, there's nothing on the curse about... Oh, here it is. The episode alongside the last later inspired a Japanese urban legend linking the series to natural disasters. That's it.
Wow, Wikipedia. The guy who did the whole series about...
Here's the whole thing. Episode 46, the original series has become infamous due to its depiction of Momo dying after being hit by a truck carrying toys. It's just sad. In an issue of Japanese anime magazine OUT, series writers explained that this was a retaliation from the production staff after a toy sponsor, Poppy, had pulled funding due to poor merchandise sales despite strong ratings. That's just ingenious. While the character's death was only temporary, the sequence was seen as a trailblazer that allowed later Magical Girl productions to deal with darker themes. Later Magical Girl productions animes dealt with darker themes because a little girl got run over by a toy truck.
Well, remember, Sailor Moon characters got killed. Puli Puli Madoka Magica's dark as hell. Yukiyumi is a hero, wants to be a hero, which is dark, but not as dark as Madoka Magica. Hi, I like anime.
That was what I was doing.
Well, if you're a fan of anime, then this is coming from someone who normally doesn't watch it, but I actually have been watching Beastars at late.
It's all right.
Again, this is coming from a total outsider. The character designs are really off-putting. I think it's because they look more human than they do animal.
Yeah.
I remember one time I showed him Fully Cooley.
What is wrong with you? Don't give him something that intense yet.
Fully Cooley was awesome.
Fully Cooley is great.
Fully Cooley was awesome. I
Fully
watched that as a young child.
Fully Cooley. I don't know.
I'll never forget
Even
this.
today, I'm still just, what the fuck?
I also remember, too, when Evan did his failed dub of Pokemon Red's Magical Journey or Adventure.
I barely remember anything from that dub. I'm not even going to lie.
Just as long as you don't try to make the starting anime watcher watch Neo Genesis Evangelion. We're talking the original, not the remake. We're talking the original, not the redub.
I haven't seen it. So
I just... But I just remember, like, we were doing a panel at the gala. There's me, Evan, and Wright all sitting at a table. And so before it starts, someone asks us, like, "Oh, do you guys watch anime yourselves?" Evan, of course, says yes. But Brian and I are like, "No, not really." And then I chime in, "Hentai, yes." And...
No. La Blue Girl is not an anime.
Oh yeah, a little bit of a big shocker to anybody.
I saw that.
I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a shocker for anybody who's watching Hatsune Miku hentai. I want to give you a little heads up. She's 16.
Why do you have to remember?
As if people care.
I was about to say, have you seen the My Hero Academia doujins?
No, I don't.
Did you see Sailor and the Seven Balls?
No, but I can tell you Chris Chan probably has. But like friggin'.
Anyway, it's the first one. But the point is, if you really think the Sailor Moon used in that is the same as the one from the anime, you're demented.
I think didn't Saber Spark say they did clarify that she is of adult age in that movie?
Yeah, a lot of doujins now. These characters, while in this media, are this age. In this media that we are doing, which is a fan project and has no copyright issues, are aged up for legal reasons. Then why do they still look 12?
They're over 100 years old.
Yeah.
And retain the form of a younger-looking character.
I'm sorry, if I'm over 100 years old, I
or
hope
they're
to God.
a magical beast.
If I was a magical
I
being,
meant they're over 100. Usually it's like 9 something.
Yeah. No, I just said if I was like immortal and had the ability to live for long, I hope to God I wouldn't end up looking like a small child. I'd get annoyed at it before I even hit my first 100.
Good.
That's a common cliche that they always have with characters like that, though. It's always the thing of like, oh, aren't you a little? Don't you dare finish that sentence, kind of thing. It's like, if you're the one taking on the damn things, you're the one that has the ability to cheer up here.
I guess what we're
You're choosing this damn form.
I guess what we're trying to say here is that like all of us like anime.
Except for
not really.
I was about to say, Outlier.
Yeah.
Am I pointing at him?
Not
No,
other corner.
I don't mind.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, he's the outlier.
Sooner or
He's the
later.
outlier.
On my
Yeah.
screen,
Sorry. All I can say is, I have a life. But up bumps.
No, you don't.
No, you
How
don't.
I know you don't have a life. Because you're on.
Because I just witnessed
Because
it.
you're on this show and look behind you, genius. Anyway, that was the thing. I remember I was at Disney, right? And and I had to tell this guy to put on his mask, and he looks at me and says, "Get a life." I work here for money, don't I? So,
Get a life. I do.
I did.
But the one story I remember Evan telling me about the masks in the park is those masks where it looks like a regular face.
Uh,
And they don't realize that it's a mask, it's just a printing. And
Yeah.
Evan got fooled by that so many times.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I mean, people still wear gaiters at the park when they really don't work.
yeah.
Well, cloth masks, according to my hospital, cloth masks in general really don't work. There's only, like, the one that does is called the
I
N95.
don't want to go
And-
into a debate about masks. I was just making a quick statement, but like.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to have another mask debate, Evan. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I don't want.
I don't want context.
I don't want to talk about my.
It's funny. It's fun. I'll tell you after the stream. I'll tell you after the stream. It's
Okay.
funny.
Anyway, like the thing that's like interesting about that is just like. Shit, what was I gonna say? I was actually listening to the Pillows recently. It was really interesting because I love their music.
Mine don't talk.
Mine don't
Yeah, we
either.
call that sleeping. We call that sleeping.
Yeah. Does your doggy talk at night?
Pillows is the band that did the music for Fully Cooley.
Oh.
Talking pillow.
Yeah. I think,
Best
you-
joke of the
I think that's what you said, Cruz. I think you said the only thing you liked from Fully Cooley was you liked the soundtrack.
Oh, the music is great in that
Yeah.
anime.
Gave the
Oh
pillows.
yeah.
Gave the Pillows their
Damn it.
career.
We are the kids of the future.
I still think perhaps the best anime I saw was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
That wasn't
It's not an anime. That's more video game. That's
That's
video
the
game.
joke. That's the joke.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, if there's one anime though that I probably would stick my neck out for, it's Digimon.
Fair enough. It's
Yeah.
Good taste.
Yeah, I mean, I did like Pokemon when I was a kid. I was definitely on that train. But I remember when I was a kid watching Fox Kids Saturday Morning, and I kept seeing commercials for something called Digimon. Like, what's this? Is it real? No, it's not. And I found myself getting more and more drawn to that show than I did with Pokemon. And years later, I stand by it. I think it's better than Pokemon, depending on which season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are certain seasons that are garbage. I have a funny Digimon story, but I don't know if it's appropriate.
Do it.
Okay, so when Digimon was on, and this was when I was around 10 years old. Now, a certain event happened, which will be I think, if I remember correctly, the 20th anniversary of in 6 days from now.
Mm-hmm.
An event happened, and all the TV shows were covering that event, the 9/11 event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after school, my brain was like, okay, I'm gonna watch Digimon. We're in the middle of a two-parter.
Oh,
I was so mad. They were covering this news, but it's like, what is the two-parter? I need to know what happens next.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same.
I think we should probably
Yeah,
avoid
I
considering
feel
that.
exactly-
Considering it's kind of guys. I'm sorry, guys. Considering it's kind of close to that date, I would probably not address.
Evan, we're allowed to. Okay, it's been 20 years.
Your phone.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I'm cool with the whole memorial thing, but
We just wanted to. I was
It's
just
a
wanted to say that
fucking
event
sad
happened.
thing to remember. Yeah, it is a real sad thing to remember, and I'm just tired of all the memorial things. Like they're making another like TV.
My
show
best
about
friend's
it, or,
son
like, they're
died as
making
a fireman in New York City during World Trade Center.
So
Yeah.
did several
We're
others.
still allowed. We're still allowed. I mean, Christ, I'll never forget when South
I'm not
Park
saying
did it on their.
I'm not saying it's not bad or anything. I'm just saying like it's over and over and everything like that. People understand that it's a bad thing, but like it's not like we taught it. Like saying that it was like it's a good thing. We're just saying we were doing this when that happened. We were children, or like some of us didn't even understand it. So like I can tell you around that time, I didn't really know.
Me either.
I
Although
mean,
my
hell, I mean, I'll never forget when South Park was doing an episode about the Jersey Shore, and they asked Al Qaeda for help. And one of the characters said, "Are you sure about doing that? Those people's feelings still matter for the next 6 months," because it was coming up on the 10-year anniversary.
yeah, but
We're allowed to talk about it now. It's been 10 years. Now it's 20.
Like it's only bad to say something bad about it. Like you can talk about it.
we
And
just
no-
can't. Yeah,
Like you
And
sorry.
can't say like
I
anything.
were kids. We were in the middle of a two-parter, and we were like, on. And you knew when this thing does would pick back up, we'd have to sit through the entire season again just to get to that two-parter.
Or they would show the two-parter the next week.
Yeah,
maybe.
But that was actually
again,
during.
The thing with
that was actually during season 4.
Was there actually something that actually kind of would have connected it to it? Because I know there was a lot of shows that actually had to be taken down because of the
let's see. There was Power Rangers Time Squad, which basically had to cut a whole episode out because it dealt with buildings crashing.
Oh,
I know there was a SpongeBob sequence that was taken out, as well as a couple of Pokemon episodes that were removed.
Yeah, the Tentacruel episode got removed. There were a few incidents of things.
I know some shows also had to change as well too, where they took certain shows off, like where it would take place in New York, say like Friends. They didn't really off, but they didn't have them like.
There were a bunch of songs that were on the radio: "Great Balls of Fire," "Hear the Boom," "Bodies," "Holy Diver."
Yeah, there was like a lot of traumas that were going on with that one. I was actually looking at that. You see that red section of my VHSs there? All that are old Pokemon VHSs. I actually used to have the Tentacruel episode. I know they had to stop that one episode, so that was called Tower of Terror simply because of the name.
Yeah.
And there was remember that one Pokemon episode that almost killed a bunch of kids.
Oh, the Porygon episode. There's also
did
the
nothing
episode.
Wrong.
We know Porygon did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I'm just
kidding.
gonna
just say that.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an advocate for me thing. I want a shirt that says Porygon did nothing wrong.
Well, did you hear about the Yule Geller thing when it comes to Alakazam?
No, I don't know what that was.
Yule Geller was a psychic who was a spoonbender, and he claimed that Alakazam and Kadabra were infringing on his copyright. And
I remember this.
Who settled with court basically because this was right after the Porygon incident.
Yeah.
And also the yeah. And
He wasn't even that much of a good magician either.
No, here's the thing. This happened like months ago. Basically, Yule Geller was like, I apologize to the Pokemon fans for causing the suing. Pokemon can do more of those Pokemon. And underneath he goes, prepare. Also, my new museum is coming soon, so come have a visit. I'm sitting here going, I wonder if he did that because he knew that his museum was opening and a bunch of Pokemon fans knew what he did.
Just like how I had to cut you out because of the Final 5. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Final 5. This is the last 5 minutes of the film. The podcast where each person has 1 minute to talk about anything they'd like, be it projects they're working on or whatnot and whatnot. And by the way, when I was actually looking at Porygon did nothing wrong, Kuma, just save it for the thing. When I was looking at Porygon did nothing wrong, Pokemon actually tweeted that on September 19th of 2020 on their Twitter. All right, so as usual, because we like to go ladies first, Kuma, you'll be going first since you have the next segment there. So Kuma, you go. Your time begins now.
Oh, what's up? Like I said, I'm here at MizuCon. So I've been around talking with some people here, and it's been really fun. Just here at, even though it's like a small convention, there was like a lot of people that showed up. Actually amazing. Just from 2019 and everything, like they said that this is a big increase from that. Just really people being here is just awesome. How many people missed anime convention, how many people missed like this little community event, anything like that. But yeah, it's been fun.
Is that all you got?
Yep.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
All right, next up, our new guy. Okay, there he goes. That's how you should have ended Ants. You look adorable. All right, next up will be Kat. So Kat, you have 1 minute. Your time begins now.
So I'm an artist, and I've been working on a lot of art projects as of late. I am back to working on this comic, which I was a part of. I can't go into a lot of details on Twitch, but it is for sale. It's an indie comic, and I'm working on the sequel of that one. I'm also working on a lot of Twitch projects right now. I'm just, vibing. I'm knitting. Look at my knitting. know. I don't know what to say. I'm on pressure. All that pressure.
Is that all you got?
I got nothing. This is a quiz. I'm blanking quickly.
Take your time.
I mean, I'm doing a lot of art projects. I have a Twitter, so if anyone's interested, I could, drop it. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't think I'd be on here so long.
All right, then. Okay, next up would be Les Conseils Cruzel. I gotta stop doing the French accent thing. Okay, Cruiser, begin.
All right. I have actually been working on a video for Park Geeks. I have never made a video like this before, but I am very confident in the script. Be looking forward to it. Now that I know I gotta do my voiceover first and then the video. Evan will be working on Hoof Rocketeer. I'm still talking with Kurt for our other Park Geeks show. And I will have to find you guys to my channel. I will do the one ship challenge.
1,000K if you want to kill Cruiser.
Remember to bring toilet paper and popcorn
and a copy of Goodnight Moon. That's what I want to do. If I ever have the nuts to do that, I want to see if I can go through reading the entirety of Goodnight Moon. I don't know why, I just do. All right. Next up is me. Okay. So let me just get going there, and my time begins now. Okay, so first of all, guys, like Cruiser said, I'm working on Hoof Rock. I got a lot going on there. I've been a little bit behind because of my work schedule and everything like that, but I'm going to be having some days off, going to do what I can. Hopefully I'll get it done this week or next. I still got a lot of animating to do on it. I want to thank everybody who responded to that video I posted on Mystery Brony Theater's channel. I needed to just kind of let off some steam, and the reason why I did that was just kind of like it helps influence me to go further, and it's interesting. Just like I want to thank everybody for just responding to it, all the help that was offered. That's kind of the thing about these videos. Like when I ask for help, I just don't know what I could use help with because Anyway, thanks again. I'm working hard on Mystery Brony Theater, guys. I'm trying to find new tricks and everything to get around things and whatnot. So yeah. Definitely. So with that said, I'm going to bring you to our final segment of the night. That would be Kuma's Quote of the Day. Stand by.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My quote of the week comes from a rapper. It is Wiz Khalifa, and it is, "Be who you are and let everyone know that person." That's good enough for those who don't really like who they are or think they should change. Be who you are. But yeah, that's my quote of the week, and I will end this off with, I am gonna take a shower. Bye.
We've had lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of fun, but now the time has come to go. If this Silcon was found dead in his bed tomorrow, I'd be in heaven still doing this show. See you some other time! Ugh.